Look, I'm not going to say that today is an especially is a very special show, but we got a special guest from the world of Overwatch competitive. You don't want to go anywhere.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk, featuring movie discussion, news, and interviews. Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
Hello, everybody out there on Twitch. Welcome to Inventory Full right here. Thanks to the fine folks at Popcorn Talk for lending us their studio for this fine broadcast. I'm one of your hosts, Mark Donica. You can find me on Twitter at Mark Donica. That's Nate Miller.
What's up, nerds? Nate Miller here. You can find me on all social media at Dog Like Nate.
That's Stacey Shuttleworth.
Hey guys, I'm Stacey Shuttleworth. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Steam at Stacey Shuttles.
He's back. He's Patrick Dees.
I'm Ron Burgundy. What's up, guys? You can find me at Pete of the Dees on Twitter. Truly Slide, your console of choice. What's up, guys? I missed you.
We missed you last week, man.
It's good to be back.
I'm excited. This is going to be a big week for the show.
Yeah.
We're all going to be going to the Video Game Awards.
Yes, we are.
And it's going to be an amazing time.
Yes, it is.
And we will try to take exclusively sober videos. But that's probably not going to happen.
Please.
No promise.
Come on now.
So
I mean,
if you want up-to-date Video Game Awards coverage, look no further than these fine folks ahead of you. You saw and heard our Twitters.
tweeting.
You better follow us there because we're going to be live tweeting.
It's one of the 3 times all year I tweet. Like, I feel like Video Game Awards, like
E3?
E3. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's it. That's one of the 3.
the election.
Okay.
Get me started.
Speaking of getting started, let's get started. Let's talk a little about what we've been playing. Patrick, you finished World War II.
I did.
How was it?
It's intense. So, I don't know, like, I was really interested in this one. I thought last year's game was one of the best Call of Duty campaigns literally ever. And I know, like, it got a lot of shit, but Infinite Warfare was unbelievable.
Patrick, I totally agree with you.
Yeah, emotionally resonant, right? Thank you.
Carry on, bud.
Really?
Emotionally resonant. I think it ended with a punch to the gut that I literally just sat and went, wow. I'm not overselling this. I genuinely believe it is one of the better campaigns of all time. But there's this weird level of abstraction. You're in space shooting space guns, and none of it really carries some weight. And this one, I know it's back on the boots on the ground. And I don't know how many times we've played Normandy, right? Like, we've stormed Normandy 100 times as gamers. There is something, guys, I'm telling you, with this level of fidelity and like hi-fi sound. I get some new headphones that do the Dolby Atmos for the Xbox One X. So it's like this positional sound, and I'm storming the beach, and it's like I don't throw PTSD around lightly, but like it is an intense, fucked up experience. Excuse my language, but like anyway. So this one, it really sunk home to me that like what a generation. It seemed real in a way that like I've stormed that beach 100 times. I've seen my little digital dudes die digitally on the side of me 100 times storming Normandy. But yeah, the game's awesome. I don't think the story's as good as it's tropey, right? Like every frame of Band of Brothers has shown up in a Call of Duty game somewhere. I mean, and this is no exception. But a lot of the set pieces were incredible. There's a really unique, there's a stealth sequence that you never pull the trigger. You just have to memorize lines. You're given this doesn't wreck anything, but you're given paperwork and you have to infiltrate a Nazi base and you have to memorize your paperwork and they're gonna ask you questions, and if you don't know, you're kind of fucked. And it's a level of tension that like I don't think exists in a lot of Call of Duty games. So it looks amazing on the Xbox One X. I think the set pieces are some of the best Call of Duties ever had. You'll see the end broadcast a mile away. Like, you know, it's not gonna blow anybody away from a story perspective, but like, I enjoyed it. It's a 6-7 hour romp, and you know, life's been especially crazy over the past few weeks. So it was nice to, at the end of the day, sit down and be like, I'm gonna play a level, and it's gonna get crazy. I'm gonna see my boys in this platoon, and yeah, it's good. I have limited experience with a multiplayer yet, but I really, really enjoy the campaign.
Yeah. How much would you recommend it to the average shooter fan?
I mean, like it's tough to recommend, but like this year, I'd recommend it a lot. I mean, behind Wolfenstein and some other ones that we've talked about, but like there aren't very good shooter campaigns this year. Last year we had like Titanfall 2. We had some amazing campaigns last year. I thought the Battlefield 1 campaign last year was awesome. Had these really cool vignettes. But this year in a desert of shooters, I think it's like one of the better ones like all year. I mean, but that's not saying much because I thought the Battlefront campaign was just like a dumpster fire of a campaign. So I don't know.
You thought the Battlefield 1 campaign was good? That
was interesting. It did something. It just had that unreliable narrator. I don't know if you like, and it did some things. Whatever. It was an extended tutorial for the multiplayer, but I thought it did some cool things. It was no.
I mean, I'll give you that. It was creative, and it was definitely more than we get in a lot of multiplayer-focused game.
Yep.
But like, the AI in that game is atrocious.
Yep.
It's so clearly a multiplayer game that they put almost little to no effort. Like, you can stand still
like
and
Titanfall
they'll
1.
just like not.
Yeah, a
even
little
hit
bit.
you.
Yeah, they run 2 speeds stopped and like straight at you. Inside
okay.
But I will say this about the Call of Duty, which I think is really interesting. It's a return to needing health packs. There's no respawning health, like regenerating health.
Oh, okay.
So how this works is you have your squad mates, and each one of them has an ability that's merit based. So the better you do, the faster you earn a health kit. The faster you earn like mortar fire, the faster you earn a guy that'll spot dudes. Like which I think is really interesting. So the better you do,
This is in the single player?
yeah, and so you have to so it really incentivizes you to do well and then stick close to your companions because you have to be within like shouting range to ask for the health kit. So you have to go find the guy, the health dude, hit up on the D-pad, ask for him to throw it, or additional smoke grenades or spotting to earn those things. And there's a shortcut, like through the course of it, like again, it's acts of heroism. So it's you're doing well, you're shooting a lot of dudes, but also every once in a while, you'll see one of your allies who will yell, "I need some help!" Like he's pinned and he's shot and he needs to be dragged to safety. And it's this risk reward because I know if I drag him, I'm gonna get shot a bunch, but my friends are gonna see that as a heroism, so those meters automatically fill, and that can turn the tide. Like if I can spot everybody and then drop. An airstrike on them that changes the whole course of the battle, and it's that risk reward. Or you just let them get shot, like because you know you're gonna lose a couple health packs saving the dude. So I think it does some cool things. So they mixed it up in a way that like it still felt fresh, even though the scenarios weren't anything new. I liked it.
Very interesting. Too many games to play before the end of the year.
Yeah, oh yeah, totally.
And I mean the regular holiday uptick of hey, I want to play everything.
Right.
Speaking of playing everything.
Yes.
So
Hi guys.
Stacey got a Switch,
guys.
didn't she?
I have a very wonderfully generous friend who is letting me borrow it for a little while,
Okay.
Along with Breath of the Wild. So I have started my Breath of the Wild adventure.
Talk to us.
God, that game is so pretty.
Yeah.
And just the freedom is wonderful. I have already gotten myself into so much trouble.
That's what you need is more freedom.
That
in
sounds
games,
like
right?
you.
I know. I need to be able to climb everything. This is exactly what I needed.
Right, this is your problem.
So, yeah, this is, no games have this
Right.
feature that I need so badly. So I have not gotten very far in the story at all. I almost wandered into the castle first thing because, that's how I do.
Sure.
And immediately got horrifically killed so many times. I'm really good at dying in this game.
How is so this game came out, I feel like right after Horizon Zero Dawn. You and I are big Horizon fans. And I feel like really ran away with a lot of the mindshare of people. How are you feeling comparing the two? I know it's a tough comparison, but are you liking the combat? Like, how are you feeling about it?
So I think a lot of it is still very, very overwhelming to me about this game. I have always been kind of on the peripheral of the whole Legend of Zelda, Link storylines. I have gotten very little hands-on time myself. I've watched plenty of other people play the games. I've been through a couple of the earlier things, but a lot of the games kind of passed me by. So I'm not quite as in this narrative, I think, as people who are really, really into this game.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's beautiful. I'm having fun running around in the open world. I think there's a lot of stuff that I'm kind of missing that are like big, oh, look at that, like kind of moments. So I don't know if it's affecting my experience yet. I think I'm too early in to really tell. But with Horizon, that was a completely fresh, new experience that you were going into. There was no background on it. Everything was a new discovery. Everything, that was the lore. That was what you were figuring out. So that resonated. So far, that's resonating still a little.
Cool.
Okay.
More deeply.
Just for the amount of time we have, we're going to go back because we do have some headlines regarding some of the other stuff that you played. Nate, what else? What did you play this week?
I actually didn't get to play that much. I was busy.
Yeah?
this week. Yeah. I played some League. I played a good amount of League.
Uh-huh.
A lot of League. And Battle Right. I've been learning that. It's pretty fun.
Still pretty solid?
Yeah, it's still pretty. Yeah, and it's a new hero rotation, so now there's a whole new set of people for me to learn and kind of mess around with without still haven't spent any money.
Yeah. Okay.
Spend any money? No money.
I don't know. I need to know about this game at some
fun.
point. Did we cover this last week?
Just
Yeah, talk about it a little bit.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's like a 2v2, 3v3 arena kind of a thing.
Okay.
It's
Free-to-play MOBA.
It's a
Okay.
MOBA in the traditional sense of it's a multiplayer online battle arena.
Yep.
But it's not like League is in. There's no farming. There's no gold. There's no items. There's no
Ganking?
levels. There's no scaling. None of that. It's like WoW arenas where like you pick your person.
Oh, got it.
They have these abilities.
Yep.
It does this damage. It always does this damage. it starts, you walk in, you kill each other, and there's like an orb in the middle that you battle over that gives you some health and some energy.
Who's the dev?
It's a small. I couldn't tell you.
No worries.
It's a small,
I know you guys covered off on it last week.
yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't
A
watch
little
the
bit.
show.
That's
okay.
fine. That's fine. Yeah, that we were trying to play last week, and then just a whole bunch of life got in the way.
Yeah.
But we'll try again.
I noticeably did not play Destiny.
And I believe we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, we can talk about
I
that
saw your
later.
Twitter feed. I actually went over to Warframe. I was having a little bit of the.
I saw you on there.
I had the Destiny itch, and I'm like, I have no desire to pick up Destiny right now, and I fucked around with Warframe, which I'll pitch you guys on later at some point. But
No, I've been down that
free to
rabbit
play.
hole.
No, it's a whole different game. It's open
Nah,
world
That's
now.
so different.
It's so
Open world, you say?
Yes, I know. Oh, you can do
Open-
anything.
open-
Stacey.
Can you climb
open
mountains?
garbage
You need
world.
another game.
Can you climb mountains or read books?
Oh, so many books.
Yes.
So many.
Wait,
He's lying.
No.
There's no books.
There's
There's no books.
It's like, wait, guys, I gotta go.
No
If there were,
books in
all you could
Warframe.
do is shoot them. It's
It's
the
an-
only
yeah.
verb.
It's an
Because
FTR, free to
Yeah.
read book.
That game is a mess.
Don't play with me
Anyway,
that way.
speaking of a mess, one of the only things that I played this week was Sky Factory, where I was just breeding chickens.
Okay. Just
Priority.
how'd that go?
Well, great.
Great.
You can breed chickens to make you almost any material in the game. So instead of having to farm stuff, I just have an elaborate chicken pen.
Steel chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
Wood chickens.
breed them. Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
like
Steel,
you're-
wood, iron, gold. Redstone alloy, many sorts of things, just sitting in front of an egg, waiting for it to hatch, and then throwing it in a nest. Anyway, before we get going, we do have a special guest. We do know that there have been these Overwatch teams that are going to be starting. There's going to be some preseason stuff this year, and beginning of next year, I believe, is when the season starts. But there's a new team out there. I can't keep a straight face. There is a new team out there. We do have a guest coming to us.
What? Where? Where? Oh.
Los Angeles.
Do you mean me?
I do mean
Oh,
you.
what?
Stacey Shuttleworth, tell us about the Los Angeles Lemons.
Well, the Los
I
Angeles
just realized
Lemons.
you have lemons.
He's wearing
on
a
you.
lemon top.
I'm wearing a lemon dress, guys. So the Los Angeles Lemons is the product of months of very hard conversations that we have had as a team trying to come up with how we were going to take our Overwatch play to the next level.
Yes.
By which I mean, someone said, what if we were a team?
And
That's it, we're the LA Lemons.
Los Angeles
we need a
Lemons.
logo.
And thus, and 5 minutes later we had a logo. We've got jerseys
We've
designed
got jerseys.
now.
I didn't have enough time to bring the
I-
jerseys in
I-
there, but
Man, just to be a fly on the wall of that brainstorming session. Have we thought about fruit?
It was really not a
That fruit is
brainstorming.
way too sweet.
It was
We need a more
really-
tart fruit.
Looks
What
like
was
an
that?
looks like an orange.
I
You're an
joke,
orange.
but what was the?
I don't, honestly, it happened so fast. All of a
Okay.
sudden we were not a team, and then all of a sudden we were the LA Lemons.
Great.
And I'm still not sure how we got from point A to point B.
so
logo's hot.
I'm an alternate on
are
the Los
you?
Angeles
Okay.
Lemons, and I was not allowed to
Bury the
join the
lead.
team
Fuck.
until I had to change to the summer games, which is a yellow icon. So we have yellow icons,
Okay.
Yes.
and all of your characters have to have yellow skins.
Yes, if you're not wearing a yellow skin, you are no longer allowed
You're
on the team.
benched.
You are instantly benched.
You're
Our
benched.
coach is very serious about this.
Making so much sense.
So we have a couple of very simple rules. You have to wear yellow.
Okay.
Except for Widowmaker because she's not allowed.
Makes sense.
That's
yeah,
it.
no Widowmaker.
No Widowmaker.
Those are our rules.
You are instantly off the team
Welcome.
if you play Widowmaker.
Okay.
And
I was
you
almost
know,
benched for it.
you-
Just out of
You're
joking.
benched from the bench.
Yeah, I was benched
Bench
from
for the
the
bench.
bench.
yes.
Double bench. So it's
Get off the bench. Go sit on the other bench.
So if you want more updates from the Los Angeles Lemons, just make sure to follow this Twitch account because we stream lemon.
We stream our practices
It-
all the time.
Come,
God.
join the lemon party.
I knew that was
I
no,
want some
actually,
merch.
no.
I want a
Oh, we're
jersey.
working on
I'm just
it.
gonna.
Oh, so you
I'll
want to be a
rep.
fan? You want to be a member? Of
I want to be a fan.
You wanna be a
I'm
mem-
gonna start the official fan club. I'm starting right now.
Hold
the
on.
official LA
Hold
Lemons
on.
fan club.
You want to be a member of the Sour Patch?
Oh, I do. Oh shit. It already exists.
It has been
It
named.
does now. It does now.
now.
It does now. And that's how genius happens.
So there's gonna be some lemon infiltration to some of the preseason games. We got a couple of lemons going to some of the games this weekend, which will be interesting.
The Sour Patch.
I would like to announce I'm starting a new semi-pro Overwatch team.
Go ahead. What are they called?
We're called the LA Limes. We're now recruiting.
Rival teams.
Please
Rival teams.
at me on Twitter if you're good at Overwatch.
I want a jersey that's half lemon, half lime. I'm just like a Sprite commercial. Like,
We
yo,
are-
yo, yo, what up?
We are making this rivalry happen.
Junkrat
Obey
players.
your thirst.
No Junkrat players allowed.
No.
You just rolled out
you.
half of our team,
Yeah.
so I guess none of us are joining you.
No, that's fine. So yeah, that's been a fun thing that we've been doing over the past week. This happened over the course of a week.
It has come so far in such little
I want
time.
a jersey.
Yeah, well, there are jersey designs.
I'm gonna-
Anyway,
I'm gonna rock it.
we'll show you. All right, let's get to some real news, quote unquote. So
What's that?
today there was a 30th anniversary stream celebrating Mega Man, where a couple of announcements took place.
Yep.
We got a trailer, which we're just going to be watching in the background.
Let's do it.
For Mega Man 11.
Yep.
Didn't know that this was going to be happening.
Whoa.
Nobody
Nope.
expected Mega Man 11 to
I
be
don't think
happening.
anybody did.
Definitely not me.
Especially with Keiji
It's definitely
Inafune.
not Nate.
I didn't.
Especially with Keiji Inafune not a part of Capcom anymore.
But
So-
money.
Oh no, that's the thing. It's 100% money. So they're
Oh.
going this kind of.
This is the new one?
Yeah, this is the new
That looks
one.
good, right?
That looks really good.
yeah, and I like
it's
it. I
like
like that
retro,
style.
but it's still
Right,
really
right.
polished.
It's like
Yep.
HD retro.
Yep.
It's that sweet HD retro
that what
style.
they're calling it?
2.5D. I don't know. I don't know.
You're like, yes. That's what the lemons are calling it.
That's well, no. That's the thing is Mega Man fires lemons. That's his little beams. Those are lemons.
Sure.
So he's a
Yeah.
always been
He's a
supporter.
fan
Everything is
too.
lemon.
Always been a supporter. But then on
looks
top of that,
great.
some other. So apparently there were assets from Mega Man 11 hidden in Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
Yep.
Which, if you did the right thing, you would unlock them, but nobody did. So this was our first look at Mega Man 11. But they also announced that this is coming late 2018. But in summer 2018, all Mega Man X games are going to be coming to Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
I love it when they just hide stuff in games like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's so good.
It kind of looked like Cuphead a little bit.
A little bit. So
I
like,
think it's the motion. It has like a motion blur like filter over the
Similar
top
thing.
of it. I think that's why.
I can see that.
Not. I don't think they're copying them. I was watching it and I was like, oh, that reminds me. This part right here.
Yeah,
I dig it.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
I dig it.
Yeah, it looks cool. I mean,
It's just gutsy to hide it in another game. I
Yeah.
think it's so cool.
But
Like,
we're-
didn't Uncharted do that with? There was like a newspaper in Uncharted
seems like a
3
pretty
that like,
Capcom
talked about
move.
cordyceps.
yeah, in Uncharted 3. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
all
really cool when
platforms,
they do that.
huh?
All
the
platforms.
games on all the platforms.
All games on all platforms.
That's a lot of
and,
games.
Mega Man Legacy Collections 1 and 2 will be coming to the Switch early next year as well. All right, moving on from Mega Man, even though that's super exciting for me. PUBG going mobile.
Oh, thank God! I knew we needed to talk about this again this week.
All right,
I was
so
excited to talk about PUBG.
The first game revealed is called Army Attack, and it will include all-out naval warfare.
Wait.
God.
Is this from the official PUBG?
Yep.
Yep.
Oh,
10-cent arm.
I didn't realize that.
Yes, and this is in production at Timmy Studios, Timi, Timmy, either or, where players can control ships and gun each other down at sea. There are also helicopter players that can fight from and not just parachute out of. What?
makes sense.
This is the sentence that I copied. There are also helicopter players can fight from. There are also helicopters that players can fight from, not just parachute out of. There, I fixed it. These are both marked changes from the traditional Battle Royale setup, with the teaser suggesting an overall arcade-style gameplay. And then the second mobile game is called Battlefield. Whoops. It's a standard last man standing setup with players fending for themselves on a deserted island. Lightspeed and Quantum Studios are developing for the game. Oh boy. Right now there's no Western release date scheduled.
No.
This is all for Chinese audiences first, and depending on how many people hack that game over here and play it on their phones with Chinese logins, we may see it, we may not.
Figuring out that tutorial's going to be fun.
Gonna be
Yeah, it'll be an
fun.
adventure.
Yeah.
I'm not really. I don't think we're really missing out on much.
No, this is
No.
it's nothing. They probably have other games that didn't do well. They're gonna slap PUBG on it
Sure.
and put some new assets in it. It's gonna be, and then it's gonna sell.
That's crazy though. That like the idea that the PUBG brand is big enough that you can put it on a completely separate game.
It just wasn't a thing,
bring
and
it,
now
yeah.
it's the biggest thing. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But it's not even. Yeah.
It's yeah.
But is it the brand that's big, or is it the game?
Well,
right?
I think it's transcended it, right?
Yeah,
because
I guess,
their big MMO, right? That's coming out, that steampunk new MMO, right? That's the Blue Hole Games.
What?
Blue Hole Games is their next big game is an MMO, which is a steampunk MMO, and literally the way their announcement trailer said, from the guys that brought you PUBG, like completely different division, completely different like studio.
Yeah.
But they wanted to be associated with that brand, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's amazing to me, right?
Yeah. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Speaking of crazy, let's go back to the world of Overwatch.
I do. I want to talk about
League
Overwatch.
currency. League tokens are going to be introduced into Overwatch. So this is the Shock.
Yep.
This is San Francisco Shock
Sure.
in their wonderful team uniforms. And today it was announced by Nate Nanzer that team skins will be available with a new currency called League tokens.
Ah, good.
It's a new system to ensure that the correct amounts from your League-related purchases go towards the team. So by purchasing these types of tokens, then the proceeds go to the team to support the team.
Oh, how cool.
So it's a new, it's essentially digital merch.
Yep.
On the upside, you'll be able to use League tokens to purchase specific skins.
Sure.
So it doesn't go to a League
not a
loot
loot
box.
box. Right.
So you just get to buy, well, I want the Bastion one, because the Bastion one, well, I'd buy that Zenyatta
Is it only? Do they only get ones for the ones that are pictured?
They have a skin for every character.
everyone?
Right.
Yeah. And then, so that way, if you're on the lemons, you won't have to buy the one for Widowmaker. Or if you're on the limes, you won't have to buy the one for Junkrat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now, it is another digital currency for Overwatch, which is, they haven't released a way what the conversion rate is, how much you buy, how many tokens you can buy per time, or if by like being signed into the Blizzard app and watching League play, do you get a token around or whatever? They haven't announced any of that, but it's going to be implemented next year. And I mean, some of the outfits that they have shown, even with just the team announcements, are super cool. I'm very supportive of the LA Gladiators, so I want to get all of that sweet purple stuff. Yeah. I want that purple stuff.
Do you? What purple stuff do you speak of, Mark?
Any and all.
Got it. Perfect.
Yes to all.
I love that it's not like a loot box. I
Same.
love that this is not like that you can buy, and it goes directly to, I'm sure, a percentage of the proceeds go directly to the team, but I think that's kind of rad.
312 skins overall, covering all teams, all characters.
I love it.
Whoa!
300.
Someone's gonna buy
recolors.
Someone's gonna and somebody's gonna buy all of them.
I can't wait to see
someone's
what
not gonna buy all
what the exchange rate is.
Yeah.
We'll
When you said token, I just came back from my cryptocurrency convention, which was all Bitcoin, all tokenization, all blockchain stuff. I genuinely thought that's where you were going with this. And we are ICOing Overwatch.
Dude, Overwatch would have annoued it at that convention. If it was like,
yes.
But if there were physical Overwatch tokens, I'll just buy all of them. Why not? Or if you can go to the Blizzard Arena and whatever the conversion rate is, and plot money down to get a token, put it into like a machine to get some sort of a code.
One bit.
I mean, it's a loot box, but
sure.
That's so convoluted.
Every
Every step.
You love it.
You love it.
I
want
want
it
to
all.
do that step over and over again.
But then you can just buy the coin and then have the coin and be like, this is a waste of money.
Sure.
All right.
We need more of those.
Speaking of waste of money, let's talk about Nintendo's Amiibo cereal.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, I thought you said waste of money, not like best purchase all week.
So
Are you kidding me?
Nintendo's back in the cereal game.
You're damn right they are.
mean back in the cereal
Back in the
game.
80s, they had Mario cereal, Legend of Zelda cereal, and I think one more.
Yeah.
Like, totes legit.
Not in my
Zelda had
neighborhood.
little arrows.
Not in my backyard. No, but so this is Super Mario cereal, themed to Super Mario Odyssey, and it's got power-up marshmallows, green mushrooms, red mushrooms, coin blocks.
That's all I need.
And then there's a little thing that you can cut out that is an Amiibo. That has an Amiibo card that is a one-use code on it. Or actually, that's not entirely true. I don't know if it's a one-time use code, but you can receive gold coins or hearts in Super Mario Odyssey. And coins are a bit of a hot commodity because you have to buy so many things in order for 100% completion. Hearts are helpful, but yeah. How hasn't the pay-to-win model been brought up on this?
I can't wait to see all these kids in the grocery store with their Switches, like trying to hit all the boxes before they're purchased.
The way he's looking at that bowl of cereal,
He looks like an Amber Alert.
Especially with the hat.
He's like,
especially with the
he's
Cappy.
got a.
Because Cappy's looking at us, right?
Yeah.
But he's looking at the cereal.
He looks like he
Cappy
owns a
doesn't care about
windowless
cereal.
van. Right? It's gross.
Yeah,
I'm worried
Cappy
about
I'm
it.
a little
That's
concerned
cereal.
about that look.
Cappy
Although I'm
Cappy
very
doesn't
I'm not that delighted to see your cereal.
Or do you think he's thinking about putting Cappy on the cereal so he can be the
I
cereal?
want to be this cereal.
But if he does that, does he become the cereal pieces?
I
or
wanna
the
wear your
milk?
skin to my
or like
birthday
the
party.
whole thing?
Yeah, do you get to be the whole bowl, or are you like
What?
one piece of cereal? Wait, what happened?
Don't
there?
worry. Don't worry. We'll be doing our deep dive into Mario lore. No, we're not. But yeah, it's a mixed berry flavored cereal. It's coming out December 11th. Oh boy.
You better be waiting in line when
We
the grocery
should
store
review
opens.
some.
If you think I won't be eating that in the show that week,
Next
on this
week?
very show,
Next week.
you'd be wrong.
We're gonna each have our own box.
You're damn right.
For that show.
Boy.
I'm lactose,
No.
so I need
You
I
know
will
they
bring
eat it
some
with
almond milk, and
saying.
you're not gonna do live
Plan
reviews.
ahead.
Can we do let's live review this?
Sure, that's
Do
right.
it,
an
yeah.
There is-
unboxing.
There's
Yeah.
this,
Yeah.
and oh, no
Ooh.
surprise, there's cereal.
Yes.
Just fill it out.
Oh my god.
Wow, look at all that cereal.
All right, Stacey, you can speak to this a little bit more. I guess I can too a little bit, but you're the master of Battle Royale at this point. Right now, Epic announced that they're going to be redesigning some of the major assets in Fortnite and Battle Royale. The picture that we have here on the right is an example of some of the new generic sort of a design that they're going after for a character, and on the left is one of the that's even the load screen from Fortnite, and it's a little bit more fun, a little bit more diverse. Pixar meets The Walking Dead was what Polygon put in their article.
Yeah, very apt.
Very
totally,
apt.
Yeah, totally.
But now we're going to this sort of vanilla, lame sort of a thing. They're also working
Yeah.
He
on.
looks a bit yellow.
Oh,
Is he a lemon?
Look, you
No.
can't.
Is he a lemon?
The lemons have not come to Fortnite.
Yet.
But when they do, they're working on full remodels for gliders, pickaxes, and characters to achieve more of a sense of cool and beautiful, badass detail. Keep checking the store
Nate
for
and I
more.
are same page.
Yeah.
We're
Wait.
like, fucking what?
I don't think that's the point of this game.
I like
though.
to read that on a
The
balance.
point of this
Yeah,
game
yeah.
is to
Patch
go and
notes.
look ridiculous and build sky towers.
Adjusted gliders to be more
To
badass
be-
and beautiful.
beautiful.
No, make them sillier, if anything.
Strong personality, uniqueness, and a sense of cool and beautiful detail. Basically, badass stuff. That's the direct quote.
But that game doesn't drip badassery,
Not at
right?
all.
But
Like,
they're
I feel
trying
like,
to.
But like,
Yeah.
is that the right direction? My point
Yes.
is like,
Such
is
a
it?
huge
Yes.
overhaul.
Because that's what makes me like when I played this game for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
I was like, screw this. This is for my 10-year-old cousin.
Sure, but like, why don't they just
why
own
play
that?
this
There's
when
a
I can
game
play?
that there's a
Yes.
game that
I
owns that
agree.
aesthetic. Like, I feel like if anything, go deeper into that Pixar. Like, fuck The Walking Dead. Like, be all Pixar and be like bouncy and jokey. I'm with you. I won't play it, but like, they need to differentiate
They need
themselves
to be
more.
the Saints Row to Grand Theft Auto.
Totally.
But-
Own that silly and stupid.
But if they tighten up the shooting,
Well said.
they apply some realism, and I would play it over PUBG in its
Sure.
current state. It's still way more polished. It still looks nicer. It's still
Some of the other stuff from this
I
article.
think that's a bad decision.
A new shooting. They're working on a new shooting model that will remove random bullet spread while aiming down sights.
yeah, I saw that.
And what else is there? Filling in empty parts of the map with more points of interest. It is pretty empty.
It's a very small, very empty map.
Yeah,
overall.
when we tripled up, I remember it just like we're just running through a grassy field, like no coverage, like some of the
Yeah.
ones in PUBG. But
Yeah, and the PUBG map size is nice too, because there's different places you can go every time.
You know, anywhere you go in the Fortnite map,
You're
you're,
gonna
pretty
see
much
the same map?
every
guaranteed.
time.
Yeah,
I
to
haven't
those
yet.
people.
Are you excited about it?
I've seen it. Oh, am I excited about it? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it.
We're
speaking
gonna
of
see
excited,
it Thursday.
yeah, we're gonna see it. Thanks, Jeff Keighley.
You're damn right. Thanks, Jeff.
We better all have
Thanks,
hey,
Jeff.
and you look under your chairs for a free something. Anyway,
You get PUBG.
Let's-
You get a PUBG.
everybody gets a free copy of Fortnite. Isn't it free to play? Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Thanks, Jeff.
Bamboozled. All right.
Thanks.
One of the biggest stories of this past week, which we'll spend quite some time talking about, is some of the changes coming to Destiny 2. We talked about it last week. Their XP debacle.
Good use of the word debacle.
Debacle.
Shit
I
show
feel
is also
debauched.
a
Yes.
synonym.
Better, yeah.
You
I'll
could
go with that.
say
It's a
that
synonym
also.
you could definitely use.
Tomato.
Dude, so some of the stuff announced new systems and rewards to give our most engaged players additional optional pursuits. A new weapons tier, Masterworks, which will feature stat trackers, random rerollable stat bonuses, unique item tooltips, and item detail screens. So similar, like, isn't that the exotic drops from the last game? Right?
What?
Anybody?
Not the Masterworks stuff, but the different roles for sure existed in the last game.
Yeah, so they're bringing that back.
No, because random rolls in the first game were random perks.
Okay.
Masterwork is a random stat. So the guns all still have the same perks. You just have a random stat will get a bonus, which you can re-roll to get. So it can be range or it can be stability.
Got it. Yeah,
like one of those.
Yep.
You don't get a random perk.
Badassery and beautifulness, is that a perk?
Yeah.
That actually, another quote right here.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that doesn't. That a lot of people. That was one of the things the community was asking for, to diversify loot, and some people were like, "Oh my God, they're doing it!" Yes. No. This has been planned from the beginning. This is not random perks.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's random stats.
Got it.
Not perks.
Okay.
But still cool. Still kind of nice. I like a little something extra to grind
yeah,
for.
no,
And it gives you a little bit of, like, do it a couple times to get, the win
The
you
right
want
thing.
and stuff.
Improved vendor rewards, adding ways for people to purchase items directly with their legendary shards and tokens, adding armor ornaments that grant visual permutations of armor as players complete specific challenges. Though that, I figure that's just like the...
It's another just going back.
The ornament stuff like
what
that
was
they have
already
for the guns,
working.
right? Like
Yeah.
it's just in it's an
Isn't it
aesthetic.
just like a little logo thing that
Yeah.
would... that's all it seems to me.
Ornaments and
No, the guns, it really drastically changes the look of them. Like
Okay.
yeah. So
Alright.
Well, and they had it in,
variant on your
in
armor.
Destiny 1. They had during the end, Age of Triumph, they had ornaments for when you went for the past raid completions, and those are some pretty
They're pretty
extravagant
cool?
changes.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them were pretty dramatic. It's cool, but again, it's like just like the vendor back of, like, now you can buy what you want. It's like we're going back to stuff that was in the first game. Not that it's a bad thing, but it's like
We're going back to stuff that
don't
worked in the
praise
first game.
don't praise them for making a great new change. We're just going back to what already worked that they changed for no reason.
Better incentives for players who complete challenging prestige activities. That's not anything new.
they mentioned
good.
they mentioned adventures. They heard somewhere that there's a rewarded for adventures, which is great because I wanted an excuse to go complete a bunch of those.
Better rewards and replay value for strikes, adventures, and lost sectors.
Yeah.
December,
The adventures are great. Just at some point you
They're
level past
adding-
them and who cares?
They're adding
That's the thing.
heroic modifiers, so
Yeah.
they get stronger, and then they have random
Dude, that's
modifiers every
awesome.
time you do
They'll
it.
be
Yeah.
adding heroic strike playlist and more generous strike rewards for adventures and lost sectors, but will not be delivered for the December updates. But yeah, same thing with
That's
you, Patrick.
great.
Once I leveled past lost sectors, there was no reason.
No, there's just not, and it bummed me out because a lot of the adventures were kind of cool.
Yeah, and they also set up a lot of story. Like, if you didn't
Yes.
do the one
Oh,
before the raid, like, you would not
I did that one on
understand.
purpose.
I did too. I
Yeah.
did it by accident. I just forced my way into it. I'm like, all right.
And like the Sabbathun song one is also really good.
Also
too.
very good.
Very important.
Yeah.
Not yet, but it will be.
They're targeting early 2018 for private matches in Crucible.
Yes. It only took 4 years.
And they're also moving ranked PvP to the top of their priority list for next year.
I'm not gonna hold my breath.
Nope. Crucible tuning, like adjusted supremacy scoring and better spawning rules.
And
Thank
if they
God.
don't split up, I just want to say, if they don't split up PvP and PvE weapon balance, ranked will not work. So it doesn't matter even if they give us ranked at that point. It's just gonna be a shit show.
Better incentives for completing Crucible matches and penalties for quitting competitive games. A, quote, quitter penalty system is currently in development, and you can expect an update on the development of this system in the new year. We probably won't see it till Destiny 3. Continued improvements to Iron Banner and faction rallies, including uniqueness of rewards. The next Iron Banner and faction rally will introduce improvements in both these areas. Good. Changes to make the mod economy more interesting and impactful. The Gunsmith will have some updates to how mods are acquired, and there are going to be more updates to that system in the new year. Ongoing improvements to exotics, including adjustments to reduce instances of duplication. They plan to tune underperforming exotics and will continue to make targeted updates and improvements. Duplication protection will be added for exotics in the new year. New ways to spend surplus currency and materials. Looking at you, Legendary Shards. That's it. Actually had it on the thing. Players will be able
Fan of
to
the show, Legendary Shards. Yeah.
Fan of the show.
Really,
Shout out to you, Legendary Shards. Players will be able to spend tokens and Legendary Shards on vendor inventory, and Xur will have new items as well. The emote interface, this is the most important one, personally, in my opinion.
I agree.
The emote interface will allow players to equip Salty, Spicy Ramen, 6-shooter, and Flip Out at the same time.
Did you see the mic drop? Did you see the mic drop with the little glowy mic? You just day one. That's all I want.
I mean,
that's all I want.
it's
That's all I want, Nate. Don't look at me like that. That's all I want.
But no,
I'll be happy as a human being If I get the mic drop, that's all I want.
Everything is on fire. The community's pissed off. What do we do?
Drop the mic.
Let's flip that switch to turn all
Give
the
him the
emotes
mic
on.
drop.
Let's give him that.
That's
fun.
the
Yeah,
weirdest
that goes
thing.
a long way.
That is the weirdest thing for me is why there was a limit on why there was a switch on that.
How about
anyway.
vaults? Remember we had to deal with that with vault space and shit, and where we're at now? What's up, Bungie?
What's up with that? So,
bad for
so
those
Nate,
guys.
you feel
feel bad.
You feel vindicated?
I
No,
mean, I
you
feel
don't
feel
better.
vindicated?
I feel like playing.
There you go.
content drops.
That's all they want.
That's it. There
That
it
is
is.
the answer.
But I don't know. I mean, I'm still optimistic. I want the game to be good.
I know you do.
I
I
want
know
to
you
love
do.
the game. I
Yeah.
really do. But
I'm
don't
rooting
know.
for it too.
So if they, like I said, with this first announcement, that's great. If we get another one, that's even better. If we get 3, cool. I'm on board. You've got all my trust again. But I'm not, until then, I'm still like, it's one thing to say, all right, we're going to communicate with you guys now. Here's what's going on.
Yeah.
And then they could easily just shut up again until the next DLC because they don't really have to say anything. They have to talk now because they're doing these streams
Right.
and everyone's getting mad in the chat. They had to respond.
Yeah.
Over under on how long the story content is? 2 hours? What's the over
I'd
under?
say 2.
Okay.
I'd say 2, maybe a little bit less.
And that bums me out.
Yeah,
Sure.
I
About,
mean,
it's a story about the arguably the most important guardian in the
That's what I'm
history
saying.
of
Give,
this world.
Just give me 6. Just give me 6.
I would say probably like
just give me
3 to
5.
4 if you count what their story missions will be, and
Yep.
then if there's extra adventures, I think
Great.
there's a couple adventures.
Sign me up.
Was there a power cap coming in this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes up to it's going up to 330,
Okay, all right.
and so the minimum for the raid's going up to 300.
300, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, I mean, that's good. It's dropping this week. Cool.
The lair teaser stuff looks pretty good.
Looks good. I agree. Well, it should be cool. I can't wait to get back in. I will drop everything I'm playing at any given moment. Like, oh, there's no more Destiny. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Yeah.
right now, I'm gaming on a budget, and I already bought these 2 packs, so I'm going right to it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm there too.
Yeah.
There was cross-platform play.
Yeah, I wish there was 2, but then all the balancing
Just
would be
dumpster, you guys.
riggedy wrecked. I mean, co-op, I would hope.
Private matches.
He's got a point. I will say, we have had some intense lemon practice, where we just play intense deathmatch one-on-one.
Perfect.
We played.
I want to hear the coach's
Also known as
audio.
free for all.
Don't
yeah,
use your
whatever.
ult.
We played low grav on Chateau, and it was stupid. It was
real
just stupid.
That sounds
pretty great.
And then we were on the lunar facility, and the only kills that matter, you had to go out onto the surface of the moon.
Cool.
And you could only kill there. So it was just a line of people
All
going.
10
and then
of us
just death.
running towards the moon
Yeah.
in this tiny little space waiting to shoot each other. It
Genius.
was really beautiful.
See, so I'm a fan of the lemons. Where are the limes on that, by the way? Like, their practices have been non-existent.
Look, okay, we
I know they just got spun
are
up, but-
a new franchise, all right, and we are
The
looking for
fans
talent.
demand more. You're just saying that
So
now because you're
please
just a new
apply.
franchise. You don't have to talk in 3 months.
Unfortunately,
when you don't have to talk
we've
to
been
the fans
having
anymore, you
some
don't
issue
won't.
with talent requisition. So if you know
I'll go help
anybody
I'll go recruit.
that has
Can
a
I get a finding bonus?
PC and a mouse and a keyboard,
You'll get a lime for every recruit you bring in.
Yes, I just wanted a jersey.
yes, we
Get
have
a whole lot of
we
lines.
have tequila.
Perfect. I
That's
said booze.
that's it.
Mark, we need
That's
a
the
hook.
selling
Now we need a
point.
hook.
Use our Bitcoin as payment.
Lemon.
We got hot toddies. I don't know. Oh man, it's like seriously. If you, the lemon stream on 2 channels. That's
Okay.
this channel,
Okay.
and also Caitlin Shoots, who's a friend of ours, a friend of the show.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
So make sure to follow her channel as well. We host her here anytime we're not streaming. We've been streaming a lot this past week.
We have been.
Thanks, y'all.
Been on it.
Y'all are absolutely fantastic.
We started a new
Especially
tradition.
you, Patrick.
Least I could do.
Yeah.
Been all over that.
So many games.
Oh boy.
Like waiting at TSA, and riding in an
Dude,
Uber.
IRL, dude,
Oh
IRL
my
stream.
god, I
I'd wa-
have to.
I'd watch that.
I have to. Like, if I get one more, like, okay, this is a very true story. If I get one more, my last name is Dees, so as you would imagine, I get a lot of Dees nuts jokes.
No.
No, TSA. Every TSA agent thinks they were the first one. Anybody ever tell you that you like Dees? Yeah, like every day of my whole life since I was like this big. Yes, get over it. You didn't just make that up. Anyway, TSA, thanks. You're not that original. Thank you for the job you do for our country, but like the Dees nuts
bang.
jokes are just low-hanging fruit. Just get better at it. Make fun of redheads. I don't care.
And now every bag will get stopped. It's like, sir, we're gonna have to take your bag to the side.
It got rerouted. What do you mean it got rerouted to Phoenix?
You just gotta. You gotta
definitely got
embrace
kicked off
it.
the pre. I know. I
gotta
do. I
jump
own
the
it. I'm good
gun.
with it. I yell. I'm
You
actually
gotta be
yell
like,
nuts.
here's my ID.
Has
D's
anybody ever-
nuts.
Say
ID.
If anybody ever yelled,
Here's
nuts!
D's ID.
Well, they take it. You get a deep batted cavity search if you yell that too early. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of timing.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't want to be like a
Just
little
got
too
my,
far away.
I
Be
got my
like, "D's
pre-check
nuts.
just revoked
Take
right
him
there.
down.
Just like, fuck, we got a weirdo going. Get it. Take him down.
No, you guys don't understand. It's my last name.
Please be streaming on Twitch when that happens.
For sure.
I need that. I need that.
We're on
personal.
We're on see. Don't hurt me.
What's up, y'all?
Don't tase me, bro.
I'm currently being chased by
Jeez.
TSA through LAX. Please subscribe for more. Use Amazon Push.
I just go to legend ragdoll.
Can I get a spam in the chat, please?
This is, I like to call this IRL human fall flat.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so here's what's coming out this week.
Yeah,
We've
what is
got
coming out, Mark?
Destiny 2: Curse of Osiris. That's coming out tomorrow.
Yo.
Dead Rising 4, Frank's big package.
That's a dick joke for people who didn't follow that at home.
Oh well, no, it's just the complete collection of Dead Rising 4.
Also a dick joke.
no.
Oh, I thought it was like a Christmas thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Dead Rising
No.
4 was Xbox One exclusive.
It's like a Shane Black themed Christmas.
And now it's Christmas dicks.
Yeah.
Christmas dicks.
Christmas dicks.
Not even subtle.
Christmas detectives.
This is a true story. Do you know, like, Miles in
Really
in
concerned
Sonic?
about where this
Yeah.
story
Yeah,
is
Miles' last name's Prower, right?
Yeah, it's
That.
Miles Tails Prower.
Miles Prower. Miles Prower.
Yeah.
That dawned on me like a couple weeks ago. Just saying.
Wait, what?
Miles per hour.
Yeah, Miles per hour.
Miles per
Oh.
hour.
Yeah, thank you. See? Yeah, as a grown-ass man, that occurred to
Hi.
me. Probably going through TSA. Exactly. I was like, oh, shit. And then they're like, get him. And I'm like, oh, it's a Miles per hour thing. And
Why don't you guys play Sonic?
Yeah. Anyway, just things that occur to me way later in life.
Also coming out, Steep Road to the Olympics. So if anybody still has that Ubisoft Snowgame, Steep.
No.
No. More like a no
really
game.
did love that. The
Steep was
people
cool.
that bought
Yes.
it, people really liked it.
Steep was cool.
It looked cool.
Bravo Team coming out for the PSVR.
Yeah.
Hello Neighbor coming. Its official 1.0 release. That's been out in beta for a real long
Yeah.
time.
While now.
On Xbox One and PC. Loco Roco 2 remastered. Look, y'all don't know. Loco Roco is awesome.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know. I think this was PSP or Vita. This might have been Vita. Either way, it's coming out for the PS4, and it's a lot of fun. If you like fun little puzzle games, Loco Roco is positive. It's so happy,
Oh, I like
and we
happy
need
stuff.
happy things.
We do.
fair.
We do. Also, the Division's big patch comes out tomorrow.
Didn't I thought that came out last week?
No, it launches us alongside for whatever reason the
game
Destiny.
still exists?
It not only still exists, they're launching their big patch against Destiny.
Didn't
Like
that
come
game
back.
come out like 3 years ago?
It's probably 2, right? But like they opened up a whole new area. So it's
Whole new
the
Dark Zone?
No, it's a there's whole new story content. It's a
Do you play that
this
game?
whole period. I loved that game for a
Currently,
hot
though?
minute. I know I haven't played it in a long time, but I enjoyed the campaign. I got a good 30-40 hours. That game really liked even some of the post-game stuff. I liked the Dark Zone, but like it was just interesting that like they took shots at Destiny when they were the hot shit, and now they're like they've been irrelevant for how long? They're like, oh, our big patch is dropping right along. Curse of Osiris. What are you doing?
Well, so what did you play more of, Division or Wildlands?
I played more Wildlands than
Oh,
most
cool.
games ever. I love Wildlands, but I had like 30 hours of like the Division. I really, really enjoyed that. I think it was a little bullet spongy, and I think like a lot of the loot was uninspired. I think like statistically it was like whatever, but the story was dope, and I really like fighting. I spent a lot of time in New York, spent a lot of time in Manhattan, so fighting there. I actually took some pictures when I was there last week, and I'm like, oh, the battles I had right here. Like, I enjoy that game. I probably 100 hours in Wildlands, so I'm blind to that game.
I didn't get the story of that game
Division?
at all.
It's one of the saddest trailers.
I just didn't understand what
It was a virus that was on the money. It was a latent allegory to capitalism sucks. Anyway, I'm punchy today.
But luckily,
completely missed
but
that.
luckily, that theme not prevalent in today's society.
Loot box. I guarantee there's a Division 2 announced this year at E3. Even money.
You think so?
I do. I do. I think that
What
game
if-
was a huge success for them.
What if they gave it a PSX? Well, it might be something that's at PSX. That's also coming up this weekend.
And your boy, Jeff Keighley, friend of the show, said he's got more new game announcements at this award show than ever before, and he's actually had a lot of announcements. So
But
we'll
I
see.
also said that he had not just new game announcements, but like update
Yeah.
announcements for like
Ooh.
ongoing games.
Yeah.
That the PUBG one wasn't just a one
Yeah.
and done. That there are a couple of things for updated stuff. So maybe what if they? It would be a little too soon. But what if Destiny drops Curse of Osiris, and they give the teaser for what the next update
That'd be
is
dope.
on Thursday.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
I want to see what Rocksteady's doing.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Nope.
Oh.
Not a chance. Maybe, I don't know.
Hey,
that rumor never goes away, but I think it's just as a weird subconscious thing because of Rocksteady and Bebop. They're like, oh, they should make the game. I don't think there's any validity to it, but who knows? I'd be surprised.
Hey, they're coming to Injustice.
Dreams can come true.
Dreams can come true.
I agree.
Mega Man
Making their way
11.
back in.
Dreams can come true. All right. This has been fun and at breakneck speeds, much like Miles' Tales per hour.
Fuck you. I can't believe that a grown-ass man, it just occurred to me.
So until...
Yep.
Actually, before we give our outros, I do want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching us, who has been subscribing to us. To help this channel grow, all you got to do, you have Amazon Prime.
I do.
It's a great deal. Here's what you can do. You log in with your Amazon Prime, you click subscribe, you can subscribe to us for free. And we have our first emote. It's still pending, but it's our shield, so we have our own versions of shields up.
Great.
So support us that way. That I do not hesitate to say that your subscriptions will immediately go to the betterment of this show.
Yep.
We're working on a lot. But until then, thank you for your support. Patrick, until the Video Game Awards, where can the folks find you?
At Peter the Dees on Twitter, truly slide your console of choice. Come find me. Let's play some games together.
Stacey Shuttleworth. You guys can find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, or Steam at Stacey Shuttles. I'm gonna be lost in Pyre because that game is astounding.
Yes, it is. It's so good. I love
Astounding. So I'm gonna be there.
Hey, Nate.
What up, nerds? You can find me on social media at DogLikeNate. I'll be hate playing some Destiny 2 this week.
Hate tweeting them, and maybe too.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And playing League and some Battle Right. So if you play some of that stuff, hit me up. We'll play together.
Are you gonna stream Destiny?
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay, I will also try to stream
Love
Destiny,
it.
some Destiny 2.
Is that what you're playing this week?
I mean, I have it. So
Yeah, great.
I'm also Nate. Can you earmuffs real quick? Earmuffs real quick.
What up?
Earmuffs real quick.
Immersive.
All right, good. I'm also going to be playing Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Here's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing
god,
the
you
story.
traitor.
I'm going to be playing the story
You
mode, and then
traitor.
I'm going to trade it right in.
I hope you.
I'm not gonna be playing
I
any
hope you play
multiplayer.
the story mode and you realize how shit it is, and
It's
you
so
feel
bad.
bad and you're disappointed.
All
I
of my
will.
Star
I
Wars,
felt worse about
I
myself.
hope it crushes your hope.
all of my Star Wars friends, and I have all of my Star Wars friends are like, this is Star Wars.
The
They
Inferno
nailed Star
Squad.
Wars.
They do the look and
they-
feel. The Inferno Squad stuff's
So-
cool. It's
so
just everything
that-
else.
Except, yeah.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Either way, follow all of us here at InventoryFullPT on Twitter and on Twitch. Please consider subscribing to us. Thanks to Nerds Doing Stuff in the chat for essentially being our mod. Hi, Rob. Shout out to LA Lemons. Thanks again to the and the Limes. Thanks to the Popcorn Talk Network for hosting us here. We love you, and we'll see you next time at the VGA Awards or at the
From
VGAs.
producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.
Welcome to Popcorn Talk.